Hello. I'm Jacquelyn, and welcome to today's business energy session. We're going to be focusing on the throat chakra for today's live stream. Always a very powerful one when it comes to business. Actually, when it comes to our personal life as well. And it's one where I do see a lot of blockages. Like there's always a lot of denser energies in the throat chakra, whether that is of the business owner or of the business, and there's a lot of reasons around that. So I'll get into one of those in particular today. There's so many aspects of the throat chakra that I could focus on. So today I'm just selecting one and just talking about that one. So as you're arriving, do please say hello. I do like a little bit of interaction in the chat, but I will go ahead regardless. So the throat chakra, your throat chakra. Now, obviously, it's about communication. I mean, that's it. It's about your creative expression. So your creativity happens in the sacral chakra. So I'm just going to this is just bothering me. I've got to get it right. Perfectionism, throat chakra. The sacral chakra is the creativity center, but the creative expression happens through the throat chakra, and that's regardless of how that expression comes out. Oh, hello, Zoraida. Lovely to have you here. Always great. So grateful for you joining me on my YouTube lives. So yes, the throat chakra is where that expression comes out. Now that's in any form. This is not just verbally or written. All forms of creativity, their expression is actually through the throat chakra. Now, when it comes to your business, obviously it is very much about your business message. Hello, Suzanne. Good morning. Lovely to see you again today. And thanks for joining. So we're talking about the throat chakra. And so when it comes to business, it's very much about the message of your business. And what I find so often is it's not just the business's true message that's getting expressed, because very often the throat chakra of the business has been really affected by mentors or coaches you've worked with or courses you've done that have said, this is the way you have to share your message. And so the business almost like loses touch with its true voice, and as do you, because you're trying to fit into this mold and you lose your authenticity. So that's what we're going to be talking about a lot today. Zoraida, always happy to support you and receive from you. Okay, Zoraida, I have plenty to give. So receive more. I tell you what, the throat chakra, yeah, we can do a lot of clearing. I had my singing this morning. I was going to say lesson. It's not a lesson. It's this amazing group of women who gather in this beautiful gazebo in this gorgeous park. And it's led by a lovely, lovely lady who's a great singer and loads of personality. And she brings through all these little chants and earth songs and other great songs, like really fun. We just have so much fun. So this is like, I've had that this morning. So this is like the perfect way for me to go into the throat chakra. So what I want to talk about, the aspect I want to talk about, firstly is the connection that happens through the throat chakra. And this obviously, when it comes to business, is really important, because this is sort of all about the relationship with your clients. It happens through the connection that's made through the throat chakra. And I much prefer to focus on connection rather than selling, because, yes, it's a business and you are sharing what your business has to offer. And, so it can be seen as selling, but I see selling as just a one-way energy. It's just like from the business out. And the way I think that, especially in this new paradigm of business that we're creating, that way is about connection, because it's about sharing, but it's about receiving as well. It's a two-way flow of energy, and it's that two-way flow of energy that actually builds the trust. You've been wanting to sing that way. No, she doesn't do online sessions. I've got to say, Zoraida, it is so wonderful to go to something in person, though. This was my first sort of in-person thing I started to do a few months ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just the connection. Anyway, back to the throat. So it is about connection, and that's why I do in my business tend to avoid using the term sales. It's just has such a yang energy. It seems to take away the heart, and that's the thing I really want to talk about with the throat chakra today is the connection between heart and throat, and that comes with connection. So, and the more you connect with your clients and the more you show up and do things like I'm doing here and share who you are or do social media posts or send out newsletters or, however, maybe it's face to face that you're with your clients. And the more you build that connection, the more you build the trust, it opens your throat chakra, and your businesses, not just in terms of the yang of what's going out, but actually in terms of the receiving as well, the yin, because the yin aspect of the throat chakra is listening. And so it's a really important part. It's two ways, the throat is the balance of the yin energy and the yang. And when we get fully in the yang and we're just about the giving out, and we are not receiving in, we are not listening, often you find the dialogue breaks down with your audience because it's almost like there's a point when they actually want to be heard, when they want to participate in that dialogue. So anyway, that's the connection side. Now, if you want to know more about that, if you listen to my podcast, Biz Alchemy, episode 6, I talk about the connection is your secret weapon in biz. And that's the C. In my beach philosophy, that is the C. So the beach philosophy, which I talk about in the first few episodes of my podcast, is all about creating a new paradigm of business, a new way to show up in your business. And this is what I'm talking about all the time. And so it gets its own letter, the C, connection, really, really important. Now, this is the next part of what I want to talk about today, though, is that connection is really most powerful when you are in your truth, when you are sharing your authenticity and your business's authentic message. Because if you are not being in your truth, if what you are sharing isn't coming from a place of sort of your true essence, then it's a little distorted. It's almost like it sends out a different frequency of vibration. And so it changes the connection. One, it changes the sort of people that you connect with, and it also changes the depth of connection and the depth of trust. So to build that connection, it is vital that you are being true to your voice. And you are the spokesperson for your business. So you are representing your business in that way. But if we want to look at the business first, it's like, is the message that your business gives, is the copy that you write, is it truly coming from the essence of your business? Like, really, what your business is at its core. You know what you want it to share. Is the message aligned with that? Is it the same frequency of vibration as that? Or are you pretending, I use that lightly really, but to be someone else, or to have your business portray itself in a different way to actually what it is? And I think you can pick up when businesses are doing that. And maybe I've just become more discerning because I look out for it now, but you get a sense of when there's an inauthenticity to a business. And I'm not saying the person's inauthentic, but they are just following a particular cookie cutter approach to how they're sharing their message, and they've lost their heart in that because there's certain words they're using or phrases that just seem to be all the rage, and they don't really get to the heart of that business. And it's when the business's expression comes from the heart, that is actually when you get that connection, that deep connection, that lasting connection that you make with your tribe that goes on for years, because it's just like any relationship. It just deepens and deepens and deepens. But a relationship cannot deepen if you are not being authentic. So this is the aspect of the throat I really want to look at today, is the connection between the throat and the heart. And are you truly expressing the truth in your heart? Now, from our perspective, most of us aren't. And that is because most of us have been raised in an environment where we've been encouraged to hide parts of ourselves, to not speak a certain way, to not maybe embrace and share parts of who we are, because it's just not deemed suitable within our family environment or our school environment or even our work environment when we're an adult. And you have to hide certain parts, and you can only release certain parts. And the way I see that clairvoyantly is it's almost like there are filters that are put between the heart and the throat chakra. And those filters filter what's coming out, the energy that's coming up for expression, and go, oh no, that's no good. Hold back this, hold back that. Let's just sugarcoat this. Let's refine that a little bit. And so the message that comes out is really, it might be 10% of actually the message that left the heart. And I think as we go on our own personal development journey and become more aware of this, aware of how we hold ourselves back in terms of what we express. And again, as I said before, this is not necessarily just in terms of speaking or writing. This is creative expression, however you express yourself creatively. So we hold that back, or we shut it down completely. And that can very often happen. And it's only if we go back to childhood and think, wow, when I was a child, I really loved this. I loved expressing myself in this way. It's like, what happened to that? So they're the sort of blocks, sort of denser energies that I see sitting between the heart and the throat. So when it comes to the business, it's the same thing. As I said before, it might be a course you did, or someone you worked with, or it could even be a business tribe that you belong to, or like, oh no, you don't do it that way. You've got to do it this way. And so you start fiddling with the energy between your business's heart and throat to try, because you think that that's what you have to do to be successful. And maybe sometimes it works, but I think long term it doesn't. And I also think you do not build the relationships that you really crave, that your heart craves in your business through following that model. And you'll probably find that actually you either get worn out from it, just exhausted, stressed. You don't feel inspired by your clients or your customers anymore. It's like they bring you down because they're not in true alignment with you. And so, rather than get to that point, let's just come back and sort it out now. Let's come back and visit your message. And this is what I've been doing, and I still don't have it quite where I'm at. Like, I just still don't feel it's quite aligned. But with rewriting my website now, this is what I'm wanting to do, is to bring it, like, get my message more aligned with who I am now. And it's not that my old message isn't in alignment with me, but it's in alignment with me of 3 years ago. And I have evolved. And so my message in my business has evolved as well. And so I've sort of done a first copy of it just because all the branding's being redone and I wanted to have some new copy there, but it's still not quite right for me. I know it's important for me to still go back and rejig it. But also the other thing that I'm looking at, and this is a bit tricky, but it's almost like I want to look at where my message is going, like where in a year's time, where's my message going to be? Because I have a sense of it. I have a sense of how I'm going to be supporting people in business moving forward. And it's not quite the time yet because there's still some more changes to go on in the world. But I have a sense of that. And so it's almost like I want to look at my message and bring that now. How can I start to drop in little elements of that into my message now? And that way I get to evolve with my message rather than evolve beyond my message and have to redo it. So that's just something that I'm playing with, and I'm just sharing that as an idea for you. But just have a look at wherever your business's expression is, and does that feel aligned with you now. I've just removed one of my courses that I had on offer because I feel like it has not, it's not sitting with where I'm at now in my business evolution. And the content's still great, and I'm sure people will still resonate with it, but it just doesn't feel right for me to be sharing that right now. So, just have a look at all the different areas where your business shares its message and just tune into that, whether you feel like it is, yes, a perfect expression of where you're at now and where the business is at now, and it really comes from the business heart, or is it a little bit contrived, or has it just been, is it mimicking someone else's voice, because you don't want their voice in your business. Okay, that is a lot of talking. Anyone got anything to share about that? Any insights before we go into the meditation about that? And obviously it is an evolving process, and it doesn't always mean you've got to rewrite the whole thing. There might be just a sentence that you take out. And like, for instance, you've noticed that I've been correcting myself when I say energy blocks, because I don't want to call them blocks anymore. I just see them as dense frequencies of energy. And so I have gone through on my website, and anywhere I've called it blocks, I've changed it. So even that is bringing it more into alignment with who I am now. So they can just be little things. My pleasure, Suzanne. Yeah, glad you resonated with that. Agree, all lovely and helpful. Thank you. Even a second time round, Zoraida. I can feel the seeds wriggling their way into my brain, my being, and clarity will come. And that's the other thing. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I've got to do it right now. Because that's perfectly put, Suzanne. So it is. It's almost like, okay, the seeds are there. Okay, let me just let me bring this into my awareness. And as I say, one day you'll probably just be reading something that you're sharing. It might be even some words in an offer, and you might just go, no, actually, no, I've been using that for a while, and that's not quite how I see it anymore. And it's amazing how we can just glaze over with those things and not notice them. So, this is all a part. We want your business's throat chakra to be evolving and allowing your business to evolve, and allowing your clientele to evolve as well. The seeds are germinating. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I just realized, look, I've got my bit of blue on, although it's probably more third eye blue, but that's okay. We'll use it for the throat. Okay, let's go into the meditation. So in the meditation, we will, as I said, connect in with this channel. Let's start again. Connect with the heart and the channel between the heart and the throat. My throat chakra is still warming up. And we will do some shifting of energy around that, and we'll be doing the business as well. And then we'll bring in an activation for that. So let's get comfortable. Doesn't matter what position you're in for this one. Just closing your eyes and taking your focus down to your feet chakras on the balls of your feet. And opening them wide. And as you open them, notice how the earth energy rushes in. She's like, oh, hello. The doors have opened. So she's moving into you, and your root system is growing down. Take it down deep. Take it wide. Feel those roots anchoring you. Feel them holding you. Then take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, feel that air pass through your throat, and you might even like to sigh or just do an audible out breath. Start moving the energy there. And then take another deep breath in, filling your whole body with the breath. And then breathing out down through your feet chakras, sending your breath down into the earth. Then breathe in the earth energy. Bring her energy up through your feet chakras, through your body. And when you're ready to breathe out through your crown. Send your breath up, out to the cosmos. And then imagine that that energy then circles around. It goes back down into the earth. And then comes back up through your root system, flowing back through you. Just being aware of that flow of energy, being aware of how that flow connects you with the earth, connects you with the heavens. All one, all moving through you. And from this place of connection, of presence, invite your business to come in and join you. So now imagine it's coming in from a distance. It's coming towards you. Notice how it's showing up for you today. What form is it taking? Is it the same as when you've done it before? Or if this is the first time, if anyone's listening to the replay and this is the first time you've done this, just notice in your imagination, how is it showing up? It might look like a human or an animal or a bird or an insect or a color or a symbol. How does it want to show up for you today? And it's coming right up into your space now, right opposite you. So if you're not seeing anything, perhaps you're sensing it. Now it's sort of in your aura. And welcome it into the meditation. Notice, is it grounded? Do you need to grow some roots out of it to ground it down? And now put your hands up in front of you with your palms facing upwards. Your elbows are by your side. And invite your business to place its energy into the palms of your hands. And just notice what sensation you're feeling in your hands. You might feel a tingling or a burning. You might feel some sort of pressure, just a lightness there. How would you describe it? Notice if it's more on one side than the other or if it's balanced. And notice whether that sensation, does it move up your arms or is it just staying in your hands? Perhaps you're feeling a sensation in another part of your body. Is it bringing up any emotion in you as you connect in with your business? Do you have a sense of any emotion coming from it? Is it like excited to be here? Does it feel a bit sort of, standoffish? Like, how's it feeling? And now ask your business, is there anything it wants to share with you right now? Or you can ask a specific question if you have a question for it. And then relax your mind to receive the answer. Just let it drift across your mind. Sometimes you get an image rather than a word or phrase. Just play with this, have fun. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And this is a part of the listening aspect of the throat chakra because you are listening for the answer. It's a part of building the communication with your business, which deepens the connection. So then, having received that, you may not have received anything, that's okay, but just relax your hands down. And take your focus down to your throat chakra. Now, I will guide your throat or guide through your energy body, but it is also happening to your business's energy body. What I'd like you to do before we start is just a big yawn or a sigh, or maybe make some sort of sound, whatever feels most comfortable for you. It can be a hum, it could be a yell if you want, just anything just to relax that area. Sort of after the sounds happen, just to relax the throat chakra, to open the neck, open the shoulders, so that we can transmute some of these filters that are sitting between the heart and the throat. And then imagine that in that energetic channel between the throat and the heart, it's like there's this cleaning brush, like a bottle brush, being put in from the throat, and it's going down to the heart. And the blue energy of the throat chakra, the turquoise, aqua type blue, is coming in with this cleaner, this cleaning brush. And the cleaning brush is like going down to the heart and back again. Ooh, I'm getting a little pressure in my heart as I do that. Down to the heart and back again. Now, you might even notice you're coughing a little bit or doing some clearing of your throat chakra. So it's going down and back, maybe a little bit of a wriggle there. Just feel it happening. And what it's doing is helping break up some of these old stories that you might be carrying around, not feeling safe to speak your truth, needing to hide parts of yourself, even stories about being shy and things like that. So any stories around you not being able to fully express who you are. It's almost like it's clearing all the stories you're ready to let go of at this time anyway. So it's moving all of those around, breaking all the energy up. The same is happening with your business, particularly stories that have been put there by other people, or even stories about the way you think a business has to communicate. So all of those stories are breaking up in your business at the same time that they're being broken up to be transmuted in your throat chakra. Now, as you do that, I'm clearing some energy, or I'm helping the transmutation process. So you can just keep your focus on that cleaning brush. Actually, what I'm seeing coming in now are some particular light codes. So they're like little symbols that coming in with the energy, with the blue energy of the throat chakra, to help this transmutation process. So that's just helping me out while I also work with you. Now, know that even if you are listening to the replay of this, you are still receiving the work that I am doing right now. The joys of energy work. Now, it feels important to just take in a really big breath. And as you breathe out, just imagine there's this massive shifting going on between the heart and the throat chakra, like a real clear out of energy as you do that. Do that as many times as you like. That's it. Okay, so that's looking much more open. Now, if you have a particular story you're conscious of, you are welcome to just give it a last little bit of a scrub with this brush, just if you feel like it might still need a bit of breaking up. So there might be a story come to your mind from childhood, a memory, maybe even an ancestral story that maybe is coming to you. And likewise with your business, there might be a particular story that you feel could be associated with your business not communicating authentically in its message. So I'll just be quiet for a minute just to give you time to do that if there's anything comes up for you. That's it. Okay. Right. So just the cleaning brush is going, the bottle brush, and we're going to bring in an activation. Now, this activation is to do with what I was talking about in terms of when I'm rewriting the copy on my website, where I actually want to bring a little bit of future me and my future business into the message, into what I'm sharing. And so the activation that's coming in now is like that. It's like it's bringing your throat chakra and your business's throat chakra to a higher frequency of vibration. It's almost like it's leading the way for you and you'll be following it. So it's like, bringing you into a really new space in terms of speaking your authenticity. And almost like it's beyond your comprehension. You won't even understand this level of authenticity yet because you are still evolving to move into that. So let me see how this is showing up. Yeah, it's as it was yesterday. So just bringing in, imagine coming in through the crown chakra. There's a beautiful silvery white light. And it's coming through your crown and your business's crown. It's like a ball of energy. And that ball of energy is coming down and it's filling the throat chakra. And as it does, it's bringing through some other new little light codes that are preparing your energy body energetically for the future you, the future throat chakra of you. And it's spinning around really fast, okay, to almost like lift the vibration in here. Now I'm going to speak an activation, and I ask you to receive the vibration of what I'm speaking directly into your throat chakra. It's to help create, it's almost to help stabilize this energy and integrate it into your throat chakra and your business's throat. So just receive in the vibration of this. And then notice that silvery white energy is moving down that channel to your heart, bringing it into a beautiful harmony with your heart chakra. That's it. Now imagine that there is a bridge of energy passing between your throat and your business's throat. And it's bringing, so you've gone through your own little activation, the business has gone through its little activation, but now they're connecting. Now they're harmonizing with each other. As I said, you're the spokesperson for your business. It's important these are in harmony. So you may see that bridge of energy change into an infinity symbol, connecting your throat and your business's throat. And you might also be aware that at the heart chakra, the same thing is happening. But it's particularly strong at the throat chakra level. And this is also to help the communication between you and your business, to help the connection, the heart connection and the throat communication. So now this has been put in place. Connect back in with your business through your hand chakras if you find that helpful when you're communicating with your business. And ask your business, is there a part of your message that's ready to be released? Just see what pops into your mind. It might be just one tiny little bit. It might be a big part. Is there a part of your message that's ready to be released? Don't worry if you're not receiving an answer because you've asked the question. The answer will come. Maybe through another channel, but you will receive the answer. And then ask your business, is there something I am holding back from sharing with my tribe, from expressing to my tribe? So it might be either from sharing with my tribe or expressing. Is there something I am holding back that's ready to be expressed to my audience? Just allow the answer to come in. Again, don't push it. If nothing's coming or you notice you're pushing it away, it's okay. You will receive the answer. And then thank your business for sharing. And this communication with your business like this is really powerful in opening up the throat chakra because you're practicing the listening component, the yin component of the throat. So now just allow your business's energy body to fade away. Send it love as it goes on its way. And bring your focus back to your feet chakras, where that lovely dense earth energy is coming up into your body, and use that beautiful energy to awaken your body. And start to move your feet, move your legs, your hips and spine, your shoulders, arms and hands. And before you come back into your space, you might like to do some sort of clearing with your throat, whether that be a yawn or a sigh or a toning, just whatever feels right for you to help ground the energies that you received. When you're ready, you can come back into the space. And if you'd like to share anything about your experience, you are welcome. If you are listening to the replay, likewise, please share anything that comes up for you in the comments. And also, please do like this video and share it with anyone that you think might be interested. And the other thing, just while you're typing, if you want to type anything, the other thing I just want to mention is that I do now have open my registration for my Equinox Balance Retreat, which is on September 23rd. It's on at 2 different times, so it doesn't matter what time zone you're in. And I'll put the link below, but you can also go to jacquelynatkins.com and it's just right at the top of my homepage to register. That's $11, 11 US dollars for that 2-hour petite retreat, which is all about balancing the yin and yang in your business. And it's happening right at the Libra equinox. And obviously that's all about the balance. So it's a perfect day for it, really. So I do hope you can join me. So, wow. Is that good, Suzanne? Yes, I'm looking forward to this retreat too. It's just right before the full moon too. And it is in Mercury retrograde. So, I just feel like it'll be a really great going in time. Balsamic moon, Mercury retrograde. It really will be a beautiful retreat. So, hoping you can join me. Okay, doing it twice a week really deepens the connection with my biz. It's really lovely and inspiring. It's my pleasure, Zareta. Thank you so much for being a regular. At least I know there's someone to talk to when I get on here. But it's wonderful because lots of people are watching the replay. So if you are watching the replay, please share in the comments your experience of of the meditations. It's lovely for me to have that feedback. Okay, everyone. Same time, same place next week for the third eye chakra. So hope you can join me then. Thanks, Suzanne and Zareda, for being here. Lovely to connect with you. Have a wonderful day, you two. And yeah, and we'll see you again soon. Okay, take care. Bye, everyone.